When Stars Are Scattered, Chapter 6. School is a good distraction from my worries. Too soon, however, the semester is over and we have a 1 month break. Maybe in some places kids look forward to breaks from school, but not me. I didn't want to go back to those long, empty days with too much time to think. At the end of the semester, the teacher posts the rankings of the students based on their scores on exams. I was scared to look. I figured I would be at the very bottom. Hey, come on, let's look at the lists. But, hey, number 33, not so bad. Not so great either. Even Tall Ali did better than you. Ha ha, and what number are you? Number 10, genius? No, number 12, but whatever. Number 12 was really, really good, but I wasn't jealous. I just started school. I had time to get better. The girls have separate lists from the boys. Wow. Miriam, you're the number one girl. Congratulations. Thanks, Omar. Of course she's number one. She's the smartest girl in our whole class, probably in the whole camp. Everyone knows that. You probably cheated off her, Nemo. That's how come you're number two girl. Shut up, Amina. You're just jealous because you're what, number 17? I didn't know we had 17 people in the class. My goat could have done better than you. Come on, Nemo. You don't want to get in a fight on the last day of schools. Yeah, let's go. It's vacation time. Okay, so maybe there were a few good things about no school. Since we didn't have to wake up quite so early the next morning, some of the kids in A2 decided to play nighttime hide and seek. The first step in playing nighttime hide and seek is waiting until it gets really dark. Come on, over here. Since there's no electricity in the camp, it gets super dark. You can basically stand in the middle of a field and no one will see you. Sometimes you're waiting a long time to be found. Where is everybody? So, what did your parents say about the school results, about being number 12? My mom was happy. My dad isn't home. He's at the UN office. I got a sinking feeling in my stomach. Did he get news on your case? Are you going to America? No, but listen, don't tell anyone about this. He has a friend who knows someone at the UN. My dad just gave him 100 shillings to get our paperwork pushed to the top of the pile. So it should be any time now. Where did he get 100 shillings? He borrowed it. He said it'd be no problem to repay it. Once you're in America, you can find a job and earn good money. Oh, I didn't want to think about Jerry going to America. Well, I stayed here. I have 100 shillings and never had 100 shillings. There was for me to be We play a lot of games during the break. For one thing, it fills up your time so you don't have hours and hours to think about your problems. It almost helped me forget, and I'd be all alone here. Come on, we're all going down to the field to play Coptabilitoy. Coptabilitoy is my favorite. In the air. If it lands heads up, then that team runs to the other team's goal and tries not to get tagged. Hassan always comes along when we're playing a game. He doesn't understand the rules. He just wants to join in like the other team. But when I try to let him play, it can end in disaster. That's my shoe. Get back here. Hassan just thinks we're playing a big game. Hassan, quit joking around. Come back. I am going to kill him. I don't know why you let him play in the first place. Hassan. Grab. Let go, you idiot. It's not funny. Stop. Don't hurt him. Shove. I don't know why you bother taking care of this moron. He's a waste of space. You should let him wander off into the bush to get eaten by lions. Stop it, Ali. Just stop. Now I know why you're orphaned. That's probably why your mom left you. I'd rather be dead too than. Arrgh! Shut up. Just shut up. Hey, knock it off, you hoodlums. You're driving away my customers. Stop, Ali. Get out of here. You big jerk. Take your stupid sandal. Come on, Dante. Let's go. Ow. Let go of me. I have to stop for a minute. The truth is, I worry all the time about Hassan and his future. I know that lots of people think like Tall Ali. Some people just aren't kind to someone with disabilities around here. I don't know how some people can be so cruel. Here, Hassan, wipe your nose on my shirt. It's okay. It's time to wash this shirt anyway. You know, I really hated it when everyone started calling me Jerry. It reminded me that I was different from everyone else. I didn't know that. I could call you something else. I wasn't finished, but now I don't mind the name so much. I mean, it's part of who I am. I limp, but it's only part of who I am. Shame washed over me. I'm always thinking about me and Hassan and our problems. I forget other people have their own struggles to deal with. There are lots of jerks like Tall Ali and, well, other people who think I can't do anything because I limp, but they're wrong. I do really well in my exams at school, better than Tall Ali, and someday my dad will see that is worth something. So you can't listen to people like Tall Ali when they say mean things. You know, Hassan isn't helpless either. There are lots of things he can do, even with a disability. I know, Jerry. I know having a disability doesn't make you helpless. It just, you kind of baby him sometimes, just like people baby me, and Hassan isn't a baby. He takes care of animals and he helps your neighbors. Just don't underestimate him, right, Hassan? But life is still going to be hard for him. Don't you ever get mad? Don't you ever think that your life would be easier if you didn't have a disability? Sometimes. Look, I didn't ask for this limp, but I didn't ask to live in a refugee camp either. But here we are, right? I guess you just have to try to appreciate the good parts and make the most out of what you've got. Come on, let's go home. Over the next few days, I took Jerry's advice. I took Hassan with me to collect firewood, and he helped me carry water and sweep up. Hassan seemed to like these chores, and he was good at them. Maybe Jerry was right. Maybe I was underestimating my brother. I'm sorry, Hassan. I'll try to do better. One day, while we were doing chores, Fatima fell into one of her quiet spells. Fatima is always quiet, but sometimes she doesn't talk at all. She just sits and stares off into space, like she is seeing a ghost. She can stay this way for hours. I've learned to give her some time alone when this happens. Come on, Hassan, let's go for a walk. Usually, when we went for walks, we'd go by the new arrival area to scan the crowds. For her, but I didn't feel like doing that right now. Ever since that day I thought I saw my mom, I've been kind of mad at her, which of course is totally stupid. How can you be in a fight with someone who's not even here? Instead, we ended up, hi, Nemo. Hey, Omar. Hi, Hassan. Come on in. Miriam's here too. Nemo's family is one of the wealthier ones in our block. That's why they're able to have these sturdy fences and real walls on their house and goats. Nemo's mom is really nice. She weaves baskets to sell on the market, and she always tells stories to us kids while she's weaving. Omar, Hassan, come join us. She says Somalia is a nation of poets, and it's important to keep the old stories and songs alive. Oh, I know. You want to see the goats, do you? Come on then. Hassan loves Nemo's goats. Sometimes I think he loves them more than me. How's your vacation going, Omar? It's okay. Hey, are you two studying? It's vacation. And you're numbers 1 and 2 in the class. You don't need to study now. How do you think we got to numbers 1 and 2 in the class? It takes a lot of work to stay on top. But why? You don't have to be the very best in class. If you're just going to get married soon, anyway, I think, but don't say, listen, can you keep a secret? No, don't tell him. Oh, it's just Dante. He won't tell anyone. Will you, Dante? Nemo didn't wait for an answer. She just pulled something out of her pocket and handed it to me. Canada? So you want to be resettled there by the UN? No, we're going to earn our way to Canada. Last year, our teacher pulled all the girls aside after class and told us that every year the top students in Kenya can earn scholarships to study at a university in Canada. Refugee kids too, and girls can get extra help since it's harder for us to go to school here. He gave each of us this picture to keep as inspiration. Miriam and I are going to get those scholarships, and we'll go to the same university, and we'll live in the same house. Her family will live on one side of the house, and my family will live on the other side of the house, but we'll share a bedroom, won't we, Miriam? With green walls, blue walls, half green, half blue. We just have to stay at the top of our class through high school, and we can go. Do you think you can do it? Stay at the top of the class, I mean? Usually Miriam has her head down low, but not now. That won't be a problem. Miriam, I heard you're getting married soon. Won't you have to leave school? Well, that's why I'm studying so hard. My plan is if I stay number 1 in my class and do really well in my exams at the end of the year, my dad will have to let me stay in school. He'll see that a scholarship to Canada is worth a lot more money than me getting married. Don't worry, I know it'll work. It has to work. I can't go to Canada without you. I bet you two can do it. After all, you're studying during your vacation. So, what are you two going to be after you get to Canada? I'm going to be an actress and a singer or a doctor. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to law school in Canada, but then I'm going to come back here to Dadaab and I'll help refugee girls know their rights. Listen, I admire your spirit, but I still think you're nuts. Who would ever want to leave Canada and come back to this place? Oh, hush. What about you, Omar? What do you want to do when you grow up? I always thought I wanted to go back to Somalia and become a farmer. But maybe I want to be a social worker so I can help other refugees. Life is hard around here for a lot of people. I guess I haven't decided yet either. It was nice talking like this, pretending we were normal kids with normal futures to look forward to. We spent a lot of the rest of vacation with Miriam and Nemo. I always thought Miriam was so quiet, but she was really easy to talk to once you got to know her. One day, she even surprised me and Hassan with a gift. Close your eyes, both of you. Here, I'll help. And open them. It's really nice. It's a swing. I made it out of plastic bags. I made it for you, Hassan. I know you like to be outside. Now you and my brothers and sisters can play together. Miriam was right. Hassan loved the swing. He seemed to love Miriam's little siblings too, and they loved him. I guess I haven't seen my brother around little kids too often because I'm surprised by how gentle and caring he is with the little ones, even when they won't leave him alone. I thought I knew everything there was to know about my brother. I thought I was helping him and keeping him safe by shielding him from new people. But I think Jerry was right. Maybe I don't know everything about Hassan after all. While Hassan and the little kids played, I studied with Nemo and Miriam. Sometimes Jerry joined us too. I had my notes from class, but Miriam was like a living textbook. It's like she could take a picture with her brain and just read it back to us. Actually, the government of Kenya was formed in 1963, but it didn't become a republic until 1964. I told you she was a genius. When we got tired of studying, sometimes Nemo would sing. She has a really nice voice. The little kids loved when she sang. I've never heard that song before. Miriam wrote it. She's a poet too. When we go to Canada, she's going to write songs and I'm going to perform them. Or maybe she'll write plays and I'll be the actress. Miriam, I thought you were going to be a lawyer. I can do both. I'm multi-talented, you know. Vacation seemed to go on, and I couldn't spend all my time with Jerry, Nemo, and Miriam. They had other things they had to do. I didn't feel like playing games with the other A2 boys, so after the chores were done, Hassan and I spent a lot of time sitting around. Here, if you're just moping about, can you help me with the porridge? You can tell you're bored if mixing porridge sounds like a welcome diversion. Fatima has lots of relatives who live in the camp. They usually come by during the day when I'm in school. Hello, Galab Wanaksan. But I'm not in school today. After they're done pinching and patting, how is school? You've gotten so big. They sit and talk for hours and hours and hours. Stories about the people in the camp, or stories and poems from before. Fatima mostly sits and listens. She never really talks about her life before. They also talk about news they've heard from new arrivals from Somalia. I sit and listen too, hoping for any scrap of information about my mother. The fighting is getting worse and worse. It's been 9 years and still the war is raging on. I hear more people are coming to Dadaab every day. Soon there will be more Somalis here in Kenya than there are in Somalia. A new girl, Hawa is her name. She just arrived here last week from Mafire. The whole village is deserted now. All the farms are destroyed. Crops burned, not a soul left alive. Now, what? So familiar. Omar, you're from Mafire, you? That was your village? What is wrong with you? I had to get out of there. Hassan didn't complain, even though we walked and walked into a. I didn't care. I felt numb inside. I felt so stupid. Years. We could never come again. We couldn't go home. How could we ever? Was I also pretending? No, she was alive. She had to be. I love my mom, but sometimes I hate her for leaving us. It's like these two feelings are tearing us apart. You said you would come find us. Well, we are here. We're here all alone. You're two sons. Don't you care? Don't you love us? Julio, Hassan and I get up and walk back to the camp, one foot in front of the other. Her friends have left, but Fatima's still awake, waiting for us. May have gotten the name wrong. Maybe it was a different village. Maybe your farm is still all right. Everything, I know, Fatima. Everything will be okay. But I'm not a child now anymore. I know maybe everything won't be okay, but we have to keep going anyway and make the most with what we've got. That's the end of chapter 6. We'll pick up with 7 next time.